Hi there, my name's Simon Drew, and welcome to the Practical Stoic Bites podcast. Now, continuing with the overview of the first book of Meditations, I want to share with you a bit of advice that Marcus Aurelius got from Rusticus, who was actually the person who introduced Marcus to the writings of Epictetus, or the lectures that were recorded from Epictetus. And so, Rusticus might have been one of the more influential people in Marcus's life. And we actually see that he's given Marcus a lot of advice, but one of the best pieces of advice that he gave that's really inspired me and encouraged me to go deeper into my study of Stoicism is the following. Marcus writes, to read attentively and not to be satisfied with just getting the gist of it. Now, that's a very, very simple line. It just makes sense, and it's the kind of thing that you would hear from, say, like a really great fatherly figure or a great mentor of yours, somebody who really cares about you. Don't just be satisfied with just getting the gist of it. Be only satisfied when you fully can conceive of the idea, when you understand the idea to the fullest of your potential. And when you think about it, this really speaks to a human condition that we all face, which is laziness. When we're studying, when you're studying and when I'm studying, are we really trying to figure out what we're trying to learn from this literature or this audiobook or this podcast or whatever it is? It's like, are we really studying? Are we really trying to get the overall picture that gives us an understanding of what we're learning? Or are we just trying to get the gist of it? Are we just trying to, go through and learn what we can kind of pick up in the moment, and then we'll be satisfied with that? And what Marcus Aurelius suggests here is don't do that. Don't be lazy with your learning. Don't be lazy with your study. There are brilliant ideas out there that require a little bit more dedication, a little bit more understanding and study and time and maybe some patience, right? To actually get the full idea. But once you get it, it can be so valuable, right? And so I'd encourage you, with your own study and with your own learning, maybe take this advice from Marcus Aurelius. It's inspired me a lot to go back to the literature of the Stoics and to really try to understand the essence of what they were saying and the true meaning of everything that they were talking about. And with your own study, take this advice and say, no longer am I going to just be happy and satisfied with getting the gist of things. If I want to learn something, then I should want to learn it all the way, and I should want to understand it completely. And obviously we can't understand everything completely, but if you're passionate about learning something, then go at it all the way. Try to get the most out of it. And I just thought that was some really great advice that I think we could all do well to hear. Don't just be satisfied with the gist of it. Go all the way. Try to get to the depth of the knowledge that you're trying to understand. Ask the right questions, go down the right paths, read the right books, learn from the right people, and you'll get there. You'll understand the ideas. And when you do, it'll be so much more satisfying than all of those times that you read books and just got the gist of it. So I'll leave that with you. I hope that that's helpful advice, and I'll talk to you next time. But until then, I hope that this episode has helped you on your rise to the good life. Ciao. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Practical Stoic Bites podcast. If you've enjoyed the show, then please subscribe and make sure you leave a positive review. Also, I'd love to invite you to join our Facebook group. It's called the Practical Stoic Mastermind. There you can get heaps of helpful tips, and you can keep up to date with everything that's happening with the show. Finally, if you'd like some help redefining or moving closer to your ideal life, then head to simonjedrew.com/coaching.